welcome back to live VTV6 action with high school basketball with Uintah River and Cedar Ridge boys this time. I am Brandon Jones and reporting for VTV. This is going to be an up and down pace, and we have some good scorers in this game today. On the Uintah River side especially, Mateo Sarawap and Walker Sarawap are players to watch. Mateo, they call him Taser, and they call him Taser because of his high voltage scoring plays. So, and then Walker, he can shoot the three, so they call him Fuego. So I'm looking forward to see the players on this team, and then also Cedar Ridge. We have a starting lineup of Matthew, number 3, JR, number 24, Charlie, 13, Jack, number 7, and Max, number 28. And their keys to the game is just to not turn over the ball and to play a good game and fundamentally play a sound game. And on the other side, Uintah River, their keys to the game is to get up and down the court, get in high transition, make this a fast-paced game, make the game their tempo. And they're going to have the starting lineups here in just a minute. But the starting lineup for Uintah River is Walker Sarawap, Mateo Sarawap, number 24, Walker Sarawap, number 21, Dalen Sarawap, number 11, Kenneth Kalana, number 22, and Daryl Ninjaluk, number 15. So Cedar Ridge comes to Uintah River. This is Fort Duchesne, just north of town of Roosevelt, in a school for women and boys, girls and boys. Kind of a disciplinary school. You know, they teach good, how to do good relationships, and sorry, they're starting the lineups here. And so Kenny Kalana, number 22, he's their big man, he's underneath. And Dalen Sarawap, number 11. Walker Sarawap, nicknamed Fuego. I want to see how much threes he can put up in this game. And Mateo Sarawap, their star, averaging over 20 points a game after talking to one of the coaches from Uintah River, Jordy Dye, saying that he can definitely score and fill it up, and this team likes to run. So back to Cedar Ridge, just grateful for, you know, this is a first-time opportunity for VTV to come out here to Uintah River and Cedar Ridge. And just going to be awesome to see two teams go against each other. And both teams have 5 players. So nobody can foul out. And already gets started, man. That's a play there by number 28, Max. Max drives it in. Sarawap throws it out to that's
Darrell.
Darrell for a 3. It's 3-2 early. Darrell picks it off. Ninja Look. Is it Ninja Look?
You know, I don't even know his last name.
Well, it looks like Ninja Look. He's playing like a ninja. They call him No Box. Why do they call him No Box?
Because he doesn't box out.
Oh, okay.
But his dad is from Alaska, so it's not a last name from the area.
And Mateo looks to run the ball down to Kenny Kalana. Kenny Kalana can't quite get the pass for Mateo. Walker throws it out of bounds. It goes off the Cedar Ridge player.
Seems to surprise me every time as you transition from a girls' game to a boys' game, just the amount of intensity, the speed, the passing, just seems to kick it up a notch.
Yeah, most definitely. You will definitely see some speed on the court as Dalen hits in a long two. Max brings it down the court and gets fouled right away. And that's Durrell that's going to get the foul. And already a quick timeout by Uintah River. So I got Aaron, is it Christensen?
Yeah, Christensen.
Aaron Christensen with me tonight to call the game with me. And, you know, he's going to be a part of calling the game, and I'm going to ask him questions, and he's going to tell me some things about Uintah River and things they like to do, and what kind of pace does Uintah River, do most of the time?
Well, as much as you can with 5 players, but they like to full court press, and they like to push the ball down the court.
So I call that a pure Iron Man. 5 people on the court, no subs. And
we actually have one 6th player, but he didn't make grades last week, so that's why we're down to 5. And we have a lot of ups and downs here at Uintah River. One of our best players earlier on in the season, he had some family problems, and he went back to Montana, so we're missing him a lot. So the team looks a lot different now than it did at the beginning of the season.
So there can be some good things about having 5 only. I mean, you definitely get a rhythm faster when you have 5 guys because you're always playing with them. But, if you have to be in shape and you have to stay out of foul trouble. So we'll look at both of that. But I think Cedar Ridge, they only have 5 players available too. So it's kind of an even matchup there as the passes dip down to the Warriors. Mateo will bring it up to the top of the court.
And Mateo's our greatest scorer offensively. He's got an outside shot, he can get to the hole, he's good off the drive. He's all around a really good player.
I was talking to Jordy Dye before the game. He's one of the assistant coaches, and he tells me about Mateo, and he says that he's your leader and he can score, but he also is a good passer and makes this team go. So Dalen gets it to the top of the key, almost loses it. Good defense by Cedar Ridge. A good pass to Kalana. And Walker shoots it, misses everything. It's going to stay at Cedar Ridge.
And that's a big difference from last year. Last year we had a lot deeper team. We had about 10 players last year, and Mateo was the 6th man. He wasn't even in the starting 5, so he was used to coming off the bench and providing. Now he's having to lead the team.
And then also, they have a couple more years in them, most of it, so they'll get a lot of good experience in this team, and you might get a couple more next year.
Yeah, there's a couple coming up at Eagle View that we're anticipating will come to Uintah River, and we're hoping for an even better team next year. You can see our 2 banners up on the wall. This is about our 4th or 5th year in a row that we've had a boys program at Uintah River. Last year we took 2nd at state, and the year before that we took state. So we're hoping to build a good program here.
Definitely a good program, definitely. It sounds like they have it in the right spot. And on that last play, Walker just kind of turns it over. Maybe just 2-bit in a hurry. There's a shot. And Max, with a good offensive rebound, kicks it back out to 24 with the shot. It almost goes in. JR just barely misses. Good opportunity. Kenny Kalana throws it up. No good. Dalen with the rebound. Mateo kicks it out to three, and it goes off it looks like Dalen or Darrell's knee. It goes out of bounds.
Those kind of plays, you just got to forget what just happened and get back in the game.
And we kind of saw this with the girls early. Just a little bit too much in a hurry. Maybe doing a little bit too much one-on-one.
Oh, Kenny goes in the passing lane.
Yeah, over pursued by Kenny Kalana. But Cedar Ridge does not score from it. So it's still 7-2 with 4 minutes and 24 seconds. See maybe if they slow it down here a little bit, run their offense. Get an interior pass, goes off the leg of Uintah River, is going back to Cedar Ridge. Max will bring the ball down. Let's see what kind of defense that Cedar Ridge has. They're playing man. I mean, Uintah River. The Warriors kick it down. There's a great pass underneath to Walker. Walker gets it in for two. What a great pass by Mateo. Like I said, Jordy Dyer, before I was talking to him on the game, he said he's a good passer. That was a really good pass. Tried to be saved by Cedar Ridge, just doesn't get it quite to go.
When we've been going around, other teams have often been playing us box and one because how Mateo kind of stands out on the court. If they can contain him, they got a lot better chance of making it a game.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that, that's going to be one of the keys to the game for Cedar Ridge is trying to take him, out of the equation, maybe double teaming him, making sure that they keep him in check.
I haven't been impressed with their free throws this season, so hopefully they can pick this up now that we're down to the end of the season and see if we can put these in.
Teo makes the first one. Talk about another sponsor of Strata Networks is proud to help bring you live coverage of local sports. Enjoy reliable coverage and unbeatable speeds from a company that brings more local cell sites than any other carrier. Nationwide 4G LTE coverage and the latest devices from your favorite brands. So Uintah River takes the ball back from Cedar. Gets a little bit foul there. It looks like Uintah River has a play set up here out of the inbound. Mateo thought about taking a shot, passes it to Kalana. That was a good dig by Mateo. Just penetrates the defense and gets it in. Double team trap there by Uintah.
Backcourt.
Backcourt violation. So we're already 13-2. A lot of speed on the Warriors team. Kalana takes a great drop step, tries to put it in, doesn't get it. Good rebound. Kalana's in his face though, and it's gonna stay with the Warriors. Good defensive effort there from Kenny Kalana.
And Coach Dave Sorensen does a really good job conditioning these boys so they can run the entire game. They can press the entire game.
And then, I mean, you have to be, if there's only 5 guys out there and you don't have any subs, you have to be in great shape as Mateo steals it and runs it down the floor to Darrell. Hits it off the back of the bottom side of the rim. Heavy defense by the Warriors. Warriors pick it up, and a foul.
On Jack.
Foul is going to be called on Jack. His first. Mateo kicks it out to Walker. Walker for three, hits the front of the rim. Mateo with the rebound. Taser puts it in. Almost a rebound there by Cedar Ridge. Goes off a Warrior there, off Kenny Kalana. And there's gonna be a timeout called. And it's gonna be a full timeout, so we'll take a break and hear from our sponsors.
Founded in 1946 by the Savage family with a single truck, today, Savage is the leader in supply chain management solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of our customers across a variety of industries. We are a proud sponsor of high school sports coverage and the community here in the Uintah Basin.
We're back out of the timeout. Cedar Ridge has the ball. Try to get it into number 15. Doesn't get it there, though. Walker with a reverse layup. Misses it. And as I'm watching this, good defensive play. Number 3 almost gets it to go in. Number 3 is Matthew. Good effort there. Gets fouled. He's going to get 2 shots. You're definitely right, Aaron. There's definitely some speed and a lot of running going on the Warriors side.
Also works to our advantage. You can see our court here is a little bit bigger than the standard high school regulation court. So sometimes we can get a new team in here and just run them out of the gym because they're not used to the distance in between the baskets.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. I just, play tribal ball here, and right, when we come and play at this gym, you can definitely tell it's longer. I'm only, I'm 35, and so I'm not in shape at all like these kids. That's Durrell with the shot and misses. So the last few possessions, Uintah Rivers, they've missed a couple shots. I think that they just need to get back to their offense. What are some of the things you're seeing, Aaron?
Well, defensively, I like how coach is mixing up. Started in man, now we're in a 1-3-1. These guys have 4 or 5 defenses that they can go through. The coach mixes them up all game long.
It's a good rebound and another baseball pass to Walker. Walker gets it done. That's Fuego with 2 points. So he's got 6 points on the night now. Good looking 3 by Cedar Ridge, doesn't go. And a cherry pick to Walker again. So, there's only 5 guys on this Cedar Ridge team and 5 guys on the Uintah River, but you can definitely tell that, Uintah Rivers, they're in tip-top shape. And Cedar Ridge, just a little bit of inexperience. And, it will come if they have some time to work on their drills and some execution. Things will get better. 19-3, that's the end of your first quarter. We'll come back to the second quarter after these messages.
At Moon Lake Electric, we are a locally owned cooperative with a deep history of providing dependable and affordable electric service to its customers for over 75 years. With a state-of-the-art electrical system, we are setting a standard for excellence in the electric utility industry. We are proud to call this place home, and we are happy to support our local schools and athletes. Find and like us on Facebook for energy-saving tips. Moon Lake Electric, keeping the power on.
So we're back here in Fort Duchesne with the second quarter. And we're going to talk about another sponsor, Ashley Regional Medical Center. Need a family physician? Visit our website at ashleyregional.com for a list of all our physicians. So high scoring quarter already for the Warriors, 19-3. Cedar Ridge, they had a first good possession with a three-point shot by Matthew.
Now you can see the Warriors are in a 2-3. So there's 3 defenses in the first half.
So the first, did they play man?
Started off in man.
Started off in man and then went to 2-3 just now. What was the other defense that they played?
The 1-3-1.
And then the 1-3-1. And the 1-3-1, you have to have a really quick guy on top. And I don't think they have a problem with that. All 4 or 5 of them can probably run that. They're trying to get it in an interior pass there to Kalana. He wasn't quite open though. Good defensive play by Cedar Ridge, number 24, JR. Mateo gets double teamed, comes back out to the line.
So Coach Dave's first season coaching, he didn't implement the 1-3-1 until the championship game. That was against Wasatch Academy 2 years ago. They had a player that was just so quick from the outside. The only way to stop him was with that 1-3-1, and that really was a game changer. We lost to him both times in the regular season and then met them in the finals for the win.
The last play was made by Darrell Ninja look for 2, and there's Walker again. Walker already having a good night of 10 points. Most of them on running layups. And a 3 is shot by Cedar Ridge. Dalen Sillerwap to Kenny Kalana. That's 2, and his nickname. Remember his nickname?
Kenny G.
Kenny G, because he's smooth like Kenny G. That's a good looking shot by number 28, Max. It's good, he was wide open, good shot. Good rotation on the ball too. Go back into Kalana. Kalana takes it in. 2 guys on him and 1.
He's been a good addition to the team. He came from us from Union about midway through the season. And you can see we don't have a lot of height. And even though he's not real big, he adds a lot of height and athleticism to our team.
Yeah, he definitely has a lot of height. He's 6'4", 6'5".
6'2" on our roster.
6'2".
Here.
Mateo with a good pass to Kalana. Kalana gets blocked with a call foul.
And while he doesn't have a lot of basketball experience per se, he's very athletic. And he makes up for any lack of basketball skills with his athleticism. I'm really looking forward to next year when he's got more experience to see what Kenny can do for us.
Kalana misses the first one. I really like that last pass by Mateo too, to Kalana, wide open.
Here you see they pull everybody off the line. You only have 5 players. You don't want to get one of those fouls.
That's true. I mean, with 5 guys, you don't want to get any type of fouls away from the basket. Can't afford them. Max throws it out to JR. Max tries to get it in the inside. That's a 3, almost goes. Rebounded by Dalen. And they travel.
I don't know if we said, but Dalen and Walker are brothers, number 21 and number 11. Dalen being a senior and Walker being a junior.
And then Mateo is a cousin.
Yes, he's the first cousin.
So we've seen a lot of Sarawaks on the floor tonight with the girls game and the boys game. A lot of talent in the Sarawak line. Good pedigree. Had a coach with the name Sarawak as well in the girls game. Cedar Ridge grabs the ball. Good pass. Another good pass. Fakes it. Tries to get it up in the air. And they're going to call a foul before the shot. It's on the floor. So Max will be the one to inbound it. Gets it into Matthew, and Matthew scores it for two. Not too bad of possessions, 2 in a row for Cedar Ridge. Sometimes it just takes a little bit on the road to get adjusted to what you want to do on offense.
That was a really good drive from Dalen. We don't often see him driving so aggressively off the point with the ball.
Oh. Matthew with another three. That's his second three of the night. So a little bit of a spark from Cedar Ridge. Matthew with 2 threes. And Max getting it done on the free throw line. Walker drives in, digs, doesn't get it to go. And
Durrell with the putback.
Durrell with the follow-up putback. A good-looking shot there by Cedar Ridge. That's Max again. Max feeling it.
So these Sarawak brothers and cousins have played a lot together, not just high school ball, but outside of high school. In the summertime, they go to a lot of tournaments and compete. So if you see a lot of fluid competitiveness with them, they've just had a lot of experience playing with one another.
That's really cool. I know that I was looking up on Cedar Ridge. They also go to a bunch of tournaments all year long. I think it's good for these schools to get out of the state sometimes and out of the community to see what's out there and to see what kind of ball and different traditions there are. As Kalana shoots and misses. But Mateo, Taser with the rebound. Walker thinks about taking the shot, passes it to the right side. Passes it to Dalen, back to Walker. And an offensive foul is called on Uintah River. So Kenny Kalana gets the foul. That's his third foul.
He's looking around confused. He doesn't know what he did.
So a third foul with 5 guys. That's pretty detrimental. He's going to have to, on defense, tone it down a little bit. Even if someone's coming into him, he's going to have to back off. You can't get that 5th foul. I'm not sure of the rules, but if he does foul out, do they get to play with 4?
Yeah, they continue the game with 4.
Okay. And a timeout by Uintah River. And it's going to be a full timeout, so we're going to hear from our sponsors and go to a break.
It's not about the miles you take when you're driving, but the milestones you see when you get to where you're going. When you graduate high school, buy your first car, get married, start a family, find your first home, and grow old together. Let each mile bring you closer to the moments that matter. L&L Motor. People you know, people who care.
I've got a job to do today.
I've got a job to do today.
Have a good first day at work, Mom.
Your donations to Goodwill fund job training programs right in your community.
Feels good to start fresh, right?
Sure does.
And like that, you're a job creator.
back here at Fort Duchesne after the timeout. And in that timeout, I was watching the coaches. Excuse me. I was watching the coaches, and they were instructing Kenny Kalana body position on defense. And I think you said he was a freshman, right?
No, Kenny's a junior.
He's a junior.
But he just came to Uintah River at turn of the quarter. He came to us in January. So once again, that's the nice thing about this charter league is the flexibility. If we were playing 1A basketball, we couldn't just add someone to our roster right away.
Oh, wow. So, I mean, even though he's a junior, he's pretty raw to this team. And, you know, they're just on that coaching timeout, showing him the ways and seeing what he can do better without fouling.
So for some of these students, basketball is the draw to come to Uintah River. They don't feel like they get the opportunity to play at some of the bigger schools. So when they come to Uintah River, a lot of them have the expectation to play basketball. It's a draw to bring students to our school.
So you can almost recruit to get players. That's Dalen regathers his dribble. They call him Day Day.
And his girlfriend, Ray Ray.
Day Day and Ray Ray. Mateo Taser for three, no good. Kalana on the offensive rebound, no good again. And that one goes in. So count that one. And he's getting another opportunity at the line. And he's missed a couple free throws tonight. Max gets his second foul on Cedar Ridge. Kalana makes the free throw. He's excited about that one. Another shot by Matthew. Matthew had a three in the first quarter. Sometimes that tape can be deceiving. You don't have to take an NBA three. You can step up and hit it on that second line.
It definitely can confuse the visiting team. Sometimes coaches ask about it.
Walker gets fouled. Push. And number 13, Charlie, gets his third foul. So there's a player in foul trouble on Cedar Ridge. Kenny Kalana has three as well.
And Cedar Ridge, I think, has 6, so they do have one sub.
L&L Motor wants to remind you that it's the love of the game, the players, the competition, and the die-hard fans that matter most. Let each mile you drive in your L&L vehicle take you to the moments that matter most in your life. Good rebound there by the Warriors. Durrell kicks it back, gives it to Dalen. Dalen looks to get it to Mateo. Mateo throws it in to Dalen. Dalen off the top of the backboard. It's not out because it didn't hit the very top. And there's a foul called. Another opportunity at the line for Durrell Ninjaluk.
So our boys team have won about half their games this year. So we're hoping to get about a 4 seed in our division to get a shot. That means we'll go up against a 1 seed early on, but just to even have a shot at going to state is going to be good for this team.
And what city is that going to be played in?
So most likely, if we get a 4 seed, we're going to go up against the other division's number 1 seed, which is American Heritage, which has every year puts on a really tough team. So, but just to have another chance to see American Heritage this year is going to be great.
And that is your halftime score, 37-16. We are going to take a break, and we will see you in the third quarter.
same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Dr. Carl Breitenbach, Dr. Rod Anderson, Dr. John Griffith, Dr. Daniel Kwok, and Dr. Ethan Pettit. All part of the great team for obstetric and newborn care at Ashley Regional Medical Center. Our obstetric team has over 80 years of combined experience in delivering your baby and working closely with a highly trained team of obstetrical nurses. Our pediatrics team can treat newborns at 34 weeks and older in our Level 2 NICU, providing you with the opportunity to stay close to home with your friends and family to support you. Our new Women's Center, opening in 2018, will provide the latest in amenities for your comfort and quality of care. Worried about costs? Our new Storks program can provide you with the help you may need. You can ask any of our providers for more information. You can trust the care at Ashley Regional for you and your newborn. Ashley Regional, making communities healthier.
Founded in 1946 by the Savage family with a single truck, today, Savage is the leader in supply chain management solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of our customers across a variety of industries. We are a proud sponsor of high school sports coverage and the community here in the Uintah Basin.
At Moon Lake Electric, we are a locally owned cooperative with a deep history of providing dependable and affordable electric service to its customers for over 75 years. With a state-of-the-art electrical system, we are setting a standard for excellence in the electric utility industry. We are proud to call this place home, and we are happy to support our local schools and athletes. Find and like us on Facebook for energy-saving tips. Moon Lake Electric, keeping the power on.
It's not about the miles you take when you're driving, but the milestones you see when you get to where you're going. When you graduate high school, buy your first car, get married, start a family, find your first home, and grow old together. Let each mile bring you closer to the moments that matter. L&L Motor. People you know, people who care.
I've got a job to do today.
I've got a job to do today.
Have a good first day at work, Mom.
Your donations to Goodwill fund job training programs right in your community.
Feels good to start fresh, right?
Sure does.
And like that, you're a job creator.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
And we are back here live in Fort Duchesne at Uintah River versus Cedar Ridge. With me, I have Aaron Christensen, and I am Brandon Jones reporting from VTV. And we've had a good game so far. We're half into it. What are some of the things that you've liked today, Aaron?
I like to see the ball movement from the Warriors. They've been moving it around well. Pat, really good finding the person inside.
You know, and I think that's what they need to do is they need to work the ball around. I mean, I know that they can run the ball. I know that they can do a full court, you know, cherry pick, pass the ball to an open guy. But those aren't what's going to make your team better in harder games, in harder environments. It's the passing around and getting into your offense. You know, that's what I want to see in the second half, them to really establish what kind of offense we're going to see in the next coming weeks in their tournament play and in games played.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Last year, we just won most of our games with the offense, pushing the ball down the court. And then when we got to our championship game against American Heritage, they were able to get back and stop that run, and we never got into it, and that's why we took second place last year.
And there's a good putback by number 3, Matthew. He's had a solid game so far. Gets the first 2 points of this half. So you can already see the pace is a little bit slower with Uintah River. Kalana gets it deep in. Doesn't get, he's way underneath the basket, but still finds a way for that to go in. Or did it come out?
It just bounced out.
It just bounced out. It hit the part of the rim. I thought it almost fell in.
But that was a clever trick he had.
It was. It was crafty. Good. My goodness, that's a good-looking shot. And that's Max again. That's his second three-pointer this game. Good rotation on that ball. I really like his shot. Mateo gets it over to Daylin. Daylin slows it down, looking for some movement in the paint. You got Walker. Kalana with a big offensive rebound, too hard. And it's rebounded by Cedar Ridge, and Max coming down the court. Behind the back pass. Turnover, Cedar Ridge. Maybe a little just too fancy play. Going around the back, maybe just make the pass that's given to you. He will learn from that.
So it's kind of a building year for Uintah River. We lost 6 seniors last year, and a team with only 10 players to lose 6 seniors takes a lot to come back from that.
Losing 6 years, and the way that I see that they're playing now is pretty impressive. And I'm just watching Coach, and it's Coach Sorensen, correct?
Yes, Dave Sorensen. He's been a great coach for us.
He's just lining his guys up in the right places, making sure they're in the right spots. That looked like a foul on Durrell. A little too aggressive over the back. But back to my point with the Coach Sorensen, it looks like he's a great coach.
Yeah, he can get a lot out of the boys. Like, he's from the community, he's from the area. He doesn't put up with any excuses from the boys. He says, I've been there, I've done that, I know you can do this.
And he has a good staff with him as well. Jordy Dye, I know personally, play basketball with him all the time.
And assistant coach also Lonnie Favell.
Lonnie Favell, just a great coaching staff. Like I said, I played with Jordy. He's got really good vision for the game, a really outstanding point guard.
And Jordy's a new one to the coaching staff this year. He joined us, and it's great to have him.
I was talking to him before the game, and he's been excited about his opportunity of being here at Uintah River. He says that the coach Sorensen is the reason he came. So
yeah, I guess they have a history. They've played together a long time. They've been in men's league together, so now they're putting their coaching abilities together.
That's really cool. And I'm not sure exactly who the coach is for Cedar Ridge. Do we have his name?
I do not.
But I mean, he's definitely a good coach, and you know, he's mentoring his boys, and you know, getting them to play as a team and play with passion. You can see him talking to his guys out there on the floor right now.
I know they focus on sportsmanship too. Last game, Cedar Ridge's coach was getting after the boys for unsportsmanlike conduct and trying to keep them in line and teach them those more important values than even basketball.
Yeah, and on and off the court, you need your guys to be there. And if they're good off the court, then they'll be that much better on the court as Kalana puts it up. Kenny G tries to get it up smooth, but misses on the rim. Max looks for help, gets it down to Matthew. Another shot is taken by Cedar Ridge and missed, and then that one is put in.
Cedar Ridge is kind of clawing back, down by 14 now.
Quietly have came back just a little bit, huh? Number 7, Jack with his first shot of the night. And then a smooth shot by Fuego. Walker, Sarawak on the shot. And I guess that's why they call him Fuego, if you can hit that deep. Fuego means fire.
Yes, it does, and the students had to tell me that. I didn't know.
As Mateo brings the ball down, see what kind of offense that they can put up. It's going to go to their big guy underneath. Good double team by Cedar Ridge. Max and Charlie got a hand on it and is rebounded by Cedar Ridge to Max.
I like to see him going to Kenny, giving more opportunities offensively. He needs the chance to develop and get the opportunity to shoot the ball more.
For sure. When you go to your big guy underneath, it can take a lot of pressure off your guards to make plays. As Darrell shoots a shot, almost banks it in. Kalana almost with the rebound, does get it rebound, comes up with it, misses the shot.
Seems to be a little off tonight, Kenny does.
And they call a travel. Good defensive play by Walker there to get into the face of the Max there and make him take steps. Another great sponsor is Moon Lake Electric, owned by the people they serve. Moon Lake is a cooperative, non-privately owned, providing power to the area since 1938. Find and like them on Facebook. Mateo puts it to Darrell. Darrell comes up short. A good defensive play by Dalen. Dalen Sarawak is content to kick it back out to Mateo and start their offense.
So Dalen's our only senior this year. We're only losing one player. We're hoping the other 4 or 5 come back, and that we get a couple 8th graders coming up from Eagleview, and then we'll have a deeper team, a more experienced team.
That was a good-looking shot by Darrell on the other side. Didn't let the ball fall down, just playing 21, tips it back in. 42-23 is their score. And like you said, you know, the Cedar Ridge has kind of made, you know, a couple points in this half and made it a little closer. Yeah, there's a tie up there. And
I think the pass inside to Kenny was a little late. If they would have got it there a couple seconds earlier, he would have had a lay-in.
Yeah, now they're kind of seeing Kalana being double-teamed a little bit, knowing that he's going to get that interior pass. See if the guards swing it around a little bit. Walker with the shot, no good. Matthew will bring the ball up, number 3, off the leg of a Warrior. And another defensive play by Darrell. Walker thinks about shooting the 3, passes it back to Mateo, behind the back pass to Darrell. Darrell misses, Mateo back up, Taser brings it back out to the line.
Oh, good hustle from Cedar Ridge there, falling down on the floor.
Got a little bit of excitement there. A lot of ball movement. Shot by Cedar Ridge. Oh, the 3 goes down for Jack. I think that's Jack. Jack puts it in, or 2 long-haired guys down there, number 24, JR. Good looking shot. Mateo with a great pass. Darrell just can't quite come up with it. Matthew puts the ball down on the floor, gets fouled. Looks like it might be on the floor. So a couple offensive spurts for Cedar Ridge. Scoring a 3 on the 2 possessions ago, a little bit of spark. Good interior pass, back out to 3 to Max. Max almost nails it. Good offensive rebound, almost goes off his hand. That's JR. JR working hard underneath there with the boards.
We mentioned in the girls' game, but haven't mentioned in the boys' game, that Cedar Ridge, a lot of these players are not from the area, haven't played a lot of organized basketball before, haven't played together. So congratulations to Cedar Ridge being able to put together a team, and big props to the coach.
Yeah, you can definitely see that he's definitely has an improvement, even in this game, from the start of the game to now, getting some good execution on offense. As the Warriors put another basket in. Max. Max throws it into Matthew. Matthew for two. What a good-looking shot. One-handed floater. Just puts it right in. Nothing but net. 28 points for Cedar Ridge. 20 seconds. We'll see what Uintah River has to go here. Kenny Kalana gets fouled.
It was a good drop step, just wasn't able to finish.
You know, I really like the movement without the ball from Kenny Kalana underneath, trying to get open, not just sitting around waiting for the ball to come, but coming forward to get the ball. Sometimes you can't teach instincts like that, and you can just tell he's a great player, and he'll be an even better player next year.
Yeah, we're excited for Kenny next year.
Cedar Ridge, it looks like playing man. Oh, and a nice shot by Matthew. Puts the layup in, breaks the double team at the buzzer almost. 15-point game, fourth quarter. You know, gotta like the way Cedar Ridge is playing in the second half together, playing with some urgency, and then Uintah River, you know, we'll see what they do in this fourth quarter. We're gonna go to break.
Looking for these? You drive Buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
And we are here back in Fort Duchesne for the start of the fourth quarter. I am Brandon Jones and reporting for VTV. And here calling with me is Aaron Christensen, and we've seen a good game so far, a 15-point game.
Yeah, Cedar Ridge has really picked it up in the second half. They seem to be finding their groove, especially that number 3.
Yeah, they've been getting a little bit of rhythm, and Matthews had a big third quarter and gets a good shot there as well. And Uintah River, they're just standing a little bit on offense. I think they kind of need to move around and kick it around, move that ball, move their legs. Good shot there by Michael, just doesn't come up with it. Matthew.
Yeah, you can see a little wear on the Warriors. Running the whole game starts to wear on you in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's what some of that transition can do. Get you a little bit tired. Little weave offense going on with Mateo with the putback.
And I think that shows with our games that we've had that some of the higher teams that we've been able to stick with the first and second quarter, but then by third and fourth quarter, they start to pull away. Just because we don't have the depth on the bench that we need.
Depth is huge, you know, but I mean, they do well with the 5 they got, that's for sure. A good defensive turnover there by the Warriors. Oh, I thought Mateo had a shot right there. Passed it up for a better one. Kalana didn't quite see it, but man, I would have liked just to see Mateo put that one in. He doesn't have he doesn't have a lot of points tonight.
Yeah, he's been feeding others.
That's a good thing, unselfish basketball. I think he's got over 10. A good looking drive there by Cedar Ridge. That's number 3. Matthew again.
He gets around him again.
A solid game for him.
And he seems to be the one bringing the ball down the court, but then look where he is defensively. Center, right on Kenny.
Doesn't quite match up in height, but intensity he does. Goes up with him, but Kalana's just a little too tall.
Yeah, he can't let him have that block. He needs to be fighting him, not let him have that position.
Yeah. A good steal. Darrell finishes it. And a turnover by Cedar Ridge. So a couple turnovers, a couple steals. Uintah Rivers got it back in control. Mateo brings the ball down. See a little bit more movement on offense as Darrell comes up for a screen for Daylin. Walker goes up, gets hit.
I think he got lucky there. He kind of got out of control, got tripped up.
Yeah, kind of got a bail out there by the ref. Good call on that, Aaron. You know, and again here at VTV, we're excited that we could bring you this broadcast here in Fort Duchesne. See these Uintah River Warriors.
Yeah, this is big news, VTV. No, we only have 72 students, so having VTV here is a big deal for us.
And a big deal for us. We love to see all kinds of basketball, all different arenas. We go to Altamont and Tabiona, Union and Vernal, and now Fort Duchesne. Good save, but they didn't get it. Good effort, though, by Mateo. Man, he's got wheels. Good speed.
And we're in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you can definitely just see the conditioning makes this team such a hard team to battle with. There's another three by Cedar Ridge. Darrell's out on the break. Put a good catch up. Mateo with the putback. But Matthew, how about him getting back on defense all the way? I mean, else that would have been an easy layup, but Mateo finished it up. But gotta love the effort on Matthew. Matthew for three. Doesn't get that one to go. Matthew thought that one was going in, though, when he shot it. Left his hand up there like it was going to go in. Good-looking shot, just didn't get it. Matthew tries to shoot it again. And when you see quick shots like that and threes, you could definitely tell this Cedar Ridge team is getting tired. And I don't blame them. I'm getting tired running and watching with them.
Yeah, the plays have kind of gone out the door. It's one pass and shot now on both ends.
On both ends. Walker with a good defensive play, getting his hand in the way, jumping up, good athleticism. Can't really see the ball down there. But it's going to go to the Warriors. Couple good games for players tonight. Walker's had an outstanding game. Mateo, he's kind of been the floor leader and making things happen. And there's a good shot, just doesn't go in. He's had a great game. Kalana, really like what I see from Kenny Kalana. Kenny G in the middle, establishing himself. And if he can establish that little baby hook into next year, how huge would that be, Aaron?
Yeah, definitely. You've seen they've gone to him multiple times in the paint. He hasn't always been able to connect, but with one more year of experience, I think he's going to be a really good post player next year.
And also a couple of good standouts on Cedar Ridge. Matthew been killing it at three, killing it on defense. And whenever the Cedar Ridge team needed a bucket, they seem to go to him a lot. Max has had an outstanding game. And Jack, he's had a good game. If they could keep some of these players together for the next years, they'd be pretty good. As Walker puts it in, gets it and one play. I'm impressed with the Walker kid too. Walker Sarawak
I think the crowd really likes him too.
As he goes to the line, we'll talk about another great sponsor here at VTV, Savage Trucking. Savage is a proud sponsor of VTV's coverage of live high school basketball. And it's just really cool that we can come broadcast these games, show our young men, you know, our families can see the games, and then also coaches. This helps for coaches. If they can see tape of their players, you know, they could get that much better. So I'd like to thank our great sponsors again. Two minutes and 33 seconds left in this game. Brought it back to you here from Fort Duchesne. Taser has the ball at the half-court line. Throws it out to Walker. Walker with an interior pass is stolen by Jack. Jack all the way for two, and he gets it to go. That's JR, sorry. JR puts it in. Jack and JR look a lot alike, sporting the long hair. Walker for three, and that's why they call him Fuego. He's on fire. He's got 2 threes in this game now. Walker with a big game. It's over 20 points. Max brings the ball, kicks it to Jack. There's Jack. And Matthew just overshoots the rim. Gonna stay with Cedar Ridge. And a travel there as he almost gets blocked, has nowhere to go. And timeout is called by the Warriors. And it's a full timeout, and so we'll take a full timeout with them.
Founded in 1946 by the Savage family with a single truck, today, Savage is the leader in supply chain management solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of our customers across a variety of industries. We are a proud sponsor of high school sports coverage and the community here in the Uintah Basin.
And we are back here live in Fort Duchesne with a great game with Cedar Ridge and the Uintah River Warriors. Had a lot of fun here tonight watching and calling the game with Aaron. Appreciate him being on the call with me.
Yes, thanks for having me, Brandon. And we're really happy the Tribe lets us use this nice facility, their gym here. But we're also hoping in the next 3 to 4 years to have a brand new school with our own gym.
And that would be really cool.
We'll build you a nice little booth there for VTV.
Well, that would be great. Good steal there by Cedar Ridge. Kicks it back out. Oh, he doesn't get it. Matthew tries to shoot it again. Another defensive play by number 13, Charlie. So no give up on the Cedar Ridge team. 46 ticks on the clock. They're still trying. They wanted a travel call. Not going to get it. Mateo looks to dribble around. Gives it to Kalana. Kalana's thinking about shooting a three. They get on him fast. And I think that, River, they're just going to be content to run the clock. And like you said, Aaron, sportsmanship is a big deal in these charter schools and also for your guys. And a lot of class that I've seen on both sides here.
Yes, we try to push sportsmanship. Most of the schools do, because a lot of our schools are behavior type schools or alternative high schools. So it's really good to get the kids on the court and teach them those life values.
For sure. That is going to be your final score, 60-36. And man, we've had some fun here. Me and Aaron have been hanging out, watching the Uintah Warriors and Cedar Ridge. You know, Uintah Warriors are just going to continue to get better. They worked on some things tonight. I thought, you know, they started out a little fast and started cherry picking, going to that transition, and it kind of took them out of what they wanted to do offensively in the half court. And on the other side, Cedar Ridge, you know, they had a pretty good game plan coming in. You know, they just didn't want to turn over the ball, get a good couple threes, and establish what they wanted to do. It's really hard to come out on the road and play well, and I think both teams played well tonight.
Yeah, it was a good game. It was fun to watch. Both teams gave a good effort.
So we are going to call it a night here in Fort Duchesne. VTV is grateful to come to you guys and bring this game and your coverage, and we'll talk to you later, and we'll be broadcasting more games in the future. I'm Brandon Jones and Aaron Christensen, and we will see you next time.